Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for joining me. Happy Monday, wherever you are. I hope you're ready for this fantastic week that we have ahead. Thank you so much for joining in today, and of course, a wonderful book to kick us off today. And as we honor Ride for a Reason, it's happening next Saturday. I am super excited, and yes, we'll keep you posted on everything that is happening. April 23rd, next Saturday, we are on riding to Sacramento and indeed continuing to raise funds for public education and, of course, couple schools out here in Oakland and Alameda right next door. Thank you so much for joining in, and a big thank you to all the organizers and, of course, to everybody that is fundraising, everybody that has helped, everybody that has supported in whatever way possible. Thank you so much. You have made this possible. Thank you indeed. And, of course, we are reading today to kick us off, Vehicles and Transportations. Yes, this is one of the books in the Do You Know series. So we're going to be learning a little bit about bicycles and, of course, a little bit about road traffic signs. Thank you so much for joining in and welcome. This one coming back to story time after a little bit. We are bringing it back because it is definitely one that applies to this week's theme. Thank you so much for joining in and welcome. Please, as always, let us know where you're joining in from and who is joining in with you. It is indeed a pleasure to have you here with me today. Thank you indeed. If you're joining us for the recording, please leave a message. Let us know you were here, so we will definitely say hi to you next time. Thank you for joining in. And remember too that you can find Storytime live right here on Facebook and YouTube at 7 a.m. Pacific time. Oh my goodness, 7 a.m. Pacific time. And of course, you can also join us for the recording at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And you can always find us in our archives for all the books we're allowed to have there. Thank you so much for joining in today. And indeed, this one is a good one coming to you from Swell Books, an imprint of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And this one is called Vehicles and Transportation. Do you know? What do you know about these amazing pieces of equipment? Thank you so much for joining in and welcome. Let us see who is with us this morning on Storytime, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Good morning to you, Sarah. How are you doing? And of course, Nathan, how are you? Thank you for joining us. And Amanda West, thank you for being here. And you're saying, and is snoozing, Indian, overcast and dreary, Illinois. I love that. I love those descriptions. Please keep them coming. Thank you so much for joining in. The wet weather here will soon bring beautiful flowers, so it's worth it. Oh, absolutely. And love the positivity too. Thank you so much for joining in. Out in dreary Illinois. Yes, overcast and dreary Illinois. Thank you for that vivid picture. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you indeed. And I hope that it indeed goes away very soon. soon. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you, Sarah and Nathan, and of course, Amanda West out in Illinois. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. How are you doing, Soraya? Oh my goodness, wakey, wakey. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you back here on our live. How are you doing, Soraya? Thank you so much for joining in, and good to see you back, Sharon Lungo, as well. Thank you so much for joining in this lovely week indeed that we're preparing for Ride for a Reason. This is the annual fundraiser that helps raise money for Oakland schools as well as Alameda Public Schools. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning. Good to see you back. Glad you're well. Glad to have you here. From right here in Oakland. Good morning to you, or is it good evening out there in Turkey? Kennedy Kapolyo Kampamba. I hope your exams went well. Thank you so much for joining in. We have missed you. Good to have you back here on Storytime, and I hope you're ready for this wonderful book that we have today. This one is from the Do You Know series, and it is called Vehicles and Transportation. And this one is a beautiful one by CAMILLE BABEAU. Good morning to you and welcome. And of course, we're reading it with permission of TWIRL Books, an imprint of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. So welcome. Get ready, get comfortable. We will be getting started with this one very, very shortly. Good to have you all here. Thank you indeed. And please remember too that Ride for a Reason is happening. I've mentioned this many times this morning, but it is happening on Saturday. We're riding all the way to Sacramento. Yes. And thank you so much. We've reached our goal and surpassed it, at least for the individual goals, and now targeting that, still raising more funds to indeed support schools. And we continue riding, we continue donating, we continue sharing. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the amazing donations, all the amazing support. Appreciate you. And the kids of Oakland, the kids of Alameda do appreciate. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely love it. All right, let's get ready, get comfortable, and get to enjoy our story. But I see you, Amanda. I see you, Amanda, and baby Bia. How are you doing today? Good to see you here. You say good morning. Oh my goodness. I hope that you feel better. I'm sending you hugs, and I hope you feel better very soon. Bia in gray and windy Seattle, curled up and snuggled, ready for some story time. Oh, absolutely. We are here together. Yes, and hope you feel better, a little bit better after this story time. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. Good morning. Marlon, good morning to you as well. Keep healing. Thank you so much for joining us on story time. All right, let's get back after this short break for our reading for today. I am excited about it. Join me on the other side of this message.
This is Anika Rose-Reese, author of The Teacher's Pet, Watch Out for Wolf, Love Sophia on the Moon, the Anna Banana chapter book series, and Hide and Don't Seek and other very scary stories. And you are watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Welcome back. Thank you indeed, Anika Rose-Reese. And if you've not read Hide and Don't Seek, it is one of my favorites. Yes, just a teeny bit scary. So do check it out indeed. Thank you. Good one for Halloween. And of course, for some lovely dark nights as well. Maybe even overcast days. All right, here we go. Do you know? Vehicles and Transportation. This one by CAMILLE BABEAU. And we're reading this one with permission of TWIRL Books, an imprint of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And there are quite a few illustrators on here. And 4, in fact. We have Benjamin BECUE, MATTIA CERATO, Julie MERCIER, and CRISTIAN TURDERA. So just making sure we mention those beautiful, beautiful creators there as well. All right, here we go. Vehicles and Transportation. Do you know? 12 bucks, an imprint of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. All right, so I selected a few pages in here. And of course, since this week, we're looking at bicycles. Yes. So we're going to be looking at bicycles. Remember, we have Ride for a Reason happening this week. So everything on Storytime is bicycles, bicycles all the way. All right. Parts of a bicycle. Which ones can you name? What do you know? What do we call this right here? What do you think? Are those the handles, somebody said? Is that what you said, Sarah? Whoa, are those the handles? Bea, did you say those are the tires? Oh my goodness. Let's try together. What can you see on there? Maybe let me see if I can move this closer to the screen. Do you see all those different parts? I can see the brake lever. I can see the headlight. Do you see that? Front brake. Oh, so much on there. Can see the kickstand. Does your bike have a kickstand? There's the back wheel. There's the fender to protect you from all the mud flying about. Oh, there's the carrier on the back. What else do we have? Handlebars. The frame, so important. So much. Let's read a little bit. Bicycles or bikes don't have engines. Well, I've seen some electronic ones now, haven't we? To get somewhere, you just have to use foot power to pedal. And there you go. What did the first bicycle look like? Well, the first bicycle had no pedals, and you moved it by pushing with your feet, somewhat similar to what you would do on a balance bike. Can you imagine that? Did you have a balance bike? The velocipede was the first bicycle with pedals, followed by the penny farthing, which had a very large front wheel. That one right there. You see it? At first, bicycles were made of wood. Can you imagine that? They were very heavy. Today, lighter materials such as aluminum and titanium are used. And there's all kinds of different bikes. You can have a trailer on it. You can have training wheels on them. Everything else that you need. This is a kind of racing bike. That's kind of the one I have right now. What's your bike like? Do you have a bike? What are some safety things that you need to have when riding a bike? Did somebody say, what was that? Let me see in the comments. Did somebody mention any safety tools? What is that? Yes, helmets are important. And if you're riding fast, you're on a racing bike, maybe you might need some gloves too. So if you fell, at least you're protected. I see this person is wearing some kneecaps too. They are ready. See, this one is wearing a reflective safety vest. Very important. So all the motorists and all the other road users can see you. That is very important. Lights for nighttime, overcast days. And I think the backlight is also a very important one. And if you can, keep it on flashing. So that way people can notice you. And remember too, if there's a bike lane, ride in the bike lane. Oh, so much to learn. Let's see now. We're going to skip ahead and go all the way to traffic signs and signals. Do you recognize any of those? Yeah. Have you seen them on your street or in your city? Pedestrian signal right there. And you can see when the pedestrian signal shows a red figure, it is not okay to cross the street. You wait when you see that. When the pedestrian signal shows a green figure, it is okay to cross. But even then, I would encourage you to look both ways. If it's a double crossing street, look right, look left, check to make sure it is safe to go. Because unfortunately, some drivers, may not be paying attention even when the signals are on. Yes, Kennedy Kapolyo Kampamba, true. I see the zebra crossing there. Yes, there it is, the crosswalk. I see it. And that sign for bike lane. That's what we're looking for today on Story Time. Drivers need to look out for pedestrians. That's what it says right there. And that is very important, right? When you're driving, look ahead, pay attention, put your phone down, no texting and driving. Cars stop at the stop sign, then wait their turn to move ahead. Oh, yes. And how about this one? What does that mean? Yeah, the sign indicates that vehicles should not go more than 25 miles, which, if you're using kilometers, is 40 kilometers per hour. A yellow light, like this one here, a yellow light means drivers should slow down. And I think many people are guilty of cruising when that happens. Yellow light is meant for drivers to slow down. A red light means drivers have to stop. Yes. Oh, you know all your rules. I love it. How about this one? Yes, that one means you can only drive in one direction where the arrow is pointing. This sign tells drivers the direction that the traffic is moving. So next time you're out there riding, out there driving, out there walking, pay attention to all the street signs. See if they're ones that are in this book that are in your neighborhood. And that is the end of our story for today. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you enjoyed that one. Just a little bit today. Vehicles and transportation. Did you know? I love this one, and I'm glad we're able to bring it back to Storytime and share a little bit of it some more. Thank you for being here. Indeed, enjoyed being here with you. But remember that Storytime this week celebrates all books, bicycles, as we are honoring Ride for a Reason. I am excited. It'll be happening on Saturday. So please do join us. Indeed, keep your ears open, keep an ear out, because information will be coming and you get to see some footage from that ride. I'm excited for it, and hopefully it won't be too hot out there in Sacramento, but indeed excited for the ride. Thank you for being part of it, and indeed helping me look at the road signs today, and of course look at some bicycles today as well. Thank you so much for being here. You know somebody else who's done an amazing bike ride and got to raise money for a beautiful cause, and indeed it was beautiful work. This one is coming tomorrow. Emmanuel's Dream. Yes, join in the true story of Emmanuel Ofosu Yeboah. Join me and find out about this one. We did bring it to Storytime one time before, but it is back this time. Very relevant this week as we prepare for Ride for a Reason. So please do join me tomorrow and enjoy this one. Emmanuel's Dream coming to you tomorrow right here on Storytime. And this one is coming to you from Lorianne Thompson and Sean Quells. Do join me for this one. Thank you for being here today for Storytime. Indeed, this week, bicycle stories all the way through. Thank you so much for joining in and for letting us know you were here. I hope you enjoyed that one, and indeed we will see you again tomorrow for more story time. Thank you indeed. Kennedy Kapolyo Kampamba. Thank you for being here, and I absolutely appreciate you. Crosswalk, indeed, the zebra crossing, as we'll call it back home. Thank you. Love it. And of course, Amanda, Waltman, and Bia, you say you like the stop sign best. Do point it out next time you see it in your neighborhood. Thank you so much for joining in today. I hope that you feel a little bit better after that story. But please remember to join us tomorrow for more story time, as we'll be reading Emmanuel's Dream, the true story of Emmanuel Ofosu Yeboah. Find out what he did and indeed why we're sharing that beautiful story here on Storytime. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you indeed. Absolutely love it. We'll be cheering you on from Seattle on Saturday. Thank you. Yes, thank you. That is what we ask for, that support. I absolutely appreciate it. So many kind words coming through, and indeed we're going to do this. Thank you. We'll be giving you updates regularly as the ride goes on. Thank you so much for being here. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you enjoyed story time for today, and of course we're back again tomorrow for more story time. Absolutely appreciate these moments that we share together. This has been story time for today. Many great books coming. Bicycles. We are bringing back some bicycle favorite books here on story time, so please join us for the rest of the week. And also remember to Ride for a Reason is happening. Share with friends, share as widely as possible. And indeed, thank you for all the support up to this time. We were able to raise the target that we set here, and of course raised it. Thanks to all of you for all your support and indeed for all your kind words. Absolutely appreciate it. Saturday, here we come. Sacramento, here we come. Thank you so much for joining in story time. For today, have yourselves a beautiful day, whether you're in Illinois, whether you're in Seattle, whether you're in Turkey, or wherever else that you're joining us out here in Oakland. Please have yourselves a wonderful day indeed. And remember, as always, do check in on somebody today, even if it's just a phone call. Check in, a little hello can go a long way indeed. Much love from me. Hugs to all of you, and sending you positivity and wishing you healing and love. Thank you so much for being here on Storytime. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely. Won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely. Won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be